Well, Senate DFL members today presented the first 4 bills that will be introduced in the 2013 legislative session. The first bills often reflect the highest priorities of the Majority Caucus, but Senate Majority Leader Tom Bach reiterated his earlier statements that setting a budget and reforming the state's tax system are foremost for his caucus. But a big jump in Minnesota's minimum wage could be on the horizon. One of the priority bills introduced today is a proposal to raise the floor wage to $7.50 for most workers at the bottom rung beginning in August. That's $1.35 more than the current hourly minimum that large employers must pay their employees.
I think our situation with the minimum wage in Minnesota, frankly, is a bit embarrassing. You know, the federal government is at $7.25, and the Minnesota minimum wage is $6.15 an hour. I mean, clearly we're behind. And what this would do is, I think, get us up to a 7 1/4 plus 25 cents, and then starting in 2014, index it for inflation, so that future legislatures, unless they want to make some major correction, would not have to deal with the minimum wage any longer.
Whether it's a teenager in a part-time job or low-income workers struggling struggling to stretch each paycheck, putting more money in the pockets of minimum wage earners is good for the whole economy.
Smaller businesses, as defined by their annual sales, would pay a lower rate, but that would rise as well. The bill introduced in the state Senate goes further by making future increases automatic and linked to inflation. The minimum wage last went up in 2005. Many minimum wage workers in Minnesota automatically receive the higher federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour, although some workers, such as babysitters, taxi drivers, nonprofit volunteers, and others, are exempt. Now, the other 3 bills introduced today include one that would establish a health insurance exchange where Minnesotans will shop for health coverage. Another bill authorizes state funding for voluntary full-day kindergarten throughout Minnesota. And the 4th bill would require a 60% legislative majority to place a proposed constitutional amendment before the voters. Senator Bach says last fall's campaigns on the amendments to ban gay marriage and require a photo ID to vote were costly, inefficient, and ugly. Bach says making amendments harder to put on the ballot would protect the Constitution from political tampering by making it nearly impossible to amend without bipartisan support.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.